Good morning. Headed out this morning. Left my folks' place a few minutes ago. Headed to Huntsville, Alabama, for the first leg of our October transatlantic Mediterranean cruise. Flying out of Huntsville, of course, over to Atlanta. Got a 4-hour layover there, and then flying from Atlanta to Venice, Italy. Get there sometime tomorrow morning, about 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then I've arranged a shuttle with Royal Caribbean to get me to the ship, the Explorer. It's down in Ravenna. Hope that's the way you pronounce it. Ravenna, Italy. That's just south of Venice. And we do 7 days back and forth from Croatia and around and over to Rome, where I'm going to stay on the ship for 13 days back to Miami. So should be a great cruise. Stick around. We'll see what it's all about. Catch you later. Well, made it into Venice. Got here a little early. It's now 11:25. Had to wait a while for the bag, but found the Royal Caribbean just outside the bag claim. The bus to the ship, and it's chaos. This is everybody waiting to take the bus to get to the ship, and they really need some organization here. Of course, there's Norwegian and everybody else down the road. Oh well, at least we got here. Well, that was our bus. It got us here to the port of Ravenna. And I guess they're going to take the, since we're late, they're going to take the bags and put them on the ship. Except I don't have a tag on my bag yet, so I'll just get it here. He said I could pick it up and carry it with me. We begin our 7-night cruise in Ravenna, Italy. Day 2, we're in Split, Croatia. Day 3, Zadar, Croatia. Day 4, Dubrovnik. Day 5, Corfu. Day 6, Messina. Day 7, Naples. And we finish our cruise in Civitavecchia. Well, day 2 on the Explorer of the Seas, ready to start the cruise after a good night's sleep. Yesterday was just all hectic, pulling in and getting into the airport and then finally getting to the ship. So we're finally ready to start cruising Split, Croatia today. So I'll get off the ship here and wander around there a little bit. Right now I'm at Next Cruises, going to check out a cruise in January on Exploring the Seas. Looks like some pretty good pricing. Better grab it while I can. But then I'll show you around the ship a little bit. And then we'll get off at Split here. Pretty much the same as I remember. See you in a bit. There's a view of Split. A bigger town than I thought it would be. But it looks like they're straight in the background there behind the Emerald Azura. Nice little boat. There looks like the cathedral, and there's supposed to be some palace in here too. I'm assuming it'll be around the same area. Built in the 4th century. We'll start our tour of the ship at one of the most important venues. Sapphire Dining Room. Decks 3, 4, and 5. An Art Deco design. Pretty nice. Deck 4 in front of the dining room, Sapphire Dining Room. We have the tavern. And then the casino. And that's just below the promenade. Deck 3, you have the Studio B, the ice arena, the photo shop, and another entrance to the dining room. Moving up to the other public areas in the rear of the ship. Dizzy greeting us here at the Crown Lounge, overlooking the pool deck. Deck 14 is the Crown Lounge, the Diamond Club in the back, and a Zoomies over on this side. And on up the steps to deck 15, you have a chapel. View from deck 13. Basically just takes you out to the sports decks. Show off. last time I was on it. And the golf course. And the rock climbing wall behind the volleyball, or behind the basketball court. And then the deck on the back of the former Diamond Club, now the Crown Lounge. I don't know what that's all about. We'll see. Deck 12 in the back, you have Johnny Rockets. Another view of Split, Croatia. The cathedral looks interesting. He golfs like I do. It's one of those Rube Goldberg type contraptions. Yeah. Oh, two at once here. One was winning, and he made a putt. Deck 12, Adventure Ocean. The kids, well, I guess depends upon what age you think you are, but it's a video arcade. And Deck 11, the Windjammer. We'll see more of that later. And the casino, Deck 4. Of course, we're in port, so nobody's in here. And Deck 4 forward have Giovanni's and the Schooner Lounge in front of the casino. And then the theater, Deck 3 and 4. It's a big theater. We'll be in here later to see the, they have some singers on this cruise. Show you a little bit of that. I can't remember the names of it. Something Boys. Continuing on with the tour, it's a solarium bar. A couple of hot tubs. Just forward of the pool deck. Decks 11 and 12 at the front of the ship, you have the gymnasium and spa. I've forgotten about the whirlpool in here. And the sauna rooms and steam rooms. Need to visit them. Now that we've seen most of the ship, time to go exploring. Oh, it's Market Center in Split, Croatia. And some kind of gate here. Maybe the old Roman walls and the gate. We'll have to find out here. Columns. And the cathedral. Well, I believe this is Diocletian's palace. This is the old square. And it was a walled city, or a walled palace. We'll head over that way. Listening to some of the tour guides around, catching the drift. It is a cathedral. The cathedral is St. Dominus? Domecus? Side streets off of the cathedral. This seems to be the old city. Not gleaning too much information from this tour guide. Diocletian was a Roman emperor. He built this place in Croatia, his birthplace, to retire in about 300 AD. Some of the original flooring of Diocletian's palace. It took somebody some time to do that. Stonework. And the cathedral and the bell tower there, that looks new, so I don't know when that was built, but this stuff here is probably 4th century. These guys been around a while. Some of them soot covered. Sump, I don't know if that was a well at one time. That was probably the well. And then here's a substructure. And back outside. Boy, they are just pouring in this place. All the tours and taxis. Here's what it originally looked like before it was built on and added to. It was right on the waterfront originally, but since its time, water levels have risen. Well, this place just meanders on and on. Walk around here, get lost. Well, there's the ship. And about a mile later along the waterfront, you'll come to the palace. Not a bad walk. Get your exercise for the day. Time to get back and have lunch. Good morning. The Windjammer, this side for lunch today. Of course, we're in Split, Croatia, so not a whole lot of people around. The wash stations. Very nice. Let's go get some salad. Strolled around the promenade and found this guy, and then went up to the Diamond Club and found an inaugural bottle of champagne. Oh, we have the top tier event tonight. So all the brass will be here shaking hands, and they'll award various status cruisers. I'll go in here and have a quick drink. Just wanted to make sure it was all right, Captain. Hi, everybody. There's hi, Susie. Good, good. He still hasn't called me back yet. So. Okay. Okay. This is Star Lounge up in front of the ship above the theater. Deck 5. I made it to Zadar, day 3. Royal Caribbean provided a free shuttle to the city. It's about 2.5 miles from the port. And this is the walled city. Let's see what we can find here. Grabbed a map at the terminal. We'll just walk around. Well, I believe this is the Church of St. Nicholas in the walled city here at Zadar. Looks like it's been converted into many other uses. And they're redoing a lot of this. I'm going to find out who that square-headed guy is. I'm thinking, by my guess on the map, this is the Church of Our Lady of Health. Let's see who these guys are. Ah, these must be the bishops. Looks like Simi Budinik, 1530 to 1600. And I'm sure the other ones all have these weird caps on. The Cathedral of St. Anastasia. We'll get over to that guy in a minute. That's quite the place. And right behind it, there's the Church of St. Mary, I would think. This is 8. This is the Church of St. Donatus. We'll go take a look and see what this is all about. Church of St. Mary, but a lot of churches. You should be here and get a whiff of this. Yeah. Got to get by there. Ethnographic Museum, and the one across the street is the City Lodge. There's another church a little further down. We'll check that one out, and I think we've pretty much seen the walled city. It's just starting to get cranked up. It's now 9:45. I imagine about noon this place will be going full tilt. Okay, that was the Church of St. Simeon. Wedged in between all these buildings, hard to find. There's part of the old city walls. That's the first graffiti I've seen. There's another part of the city walls. And the wells. The photographers getting their selfies in front of the city gate here. marina. Hey, I'm impressed with Croatia. Dime tour from Larry Howell. That's we'll meander around a little more, then head back for the ship for lunch. Pleasant morning walking around. And last, Chapel of St. Demetrius. Looks like they, I don't know what's going on here. Probably some type of school. Got back to the ship and had a nice evening before our next stop. Dubrovnik today. The rain's held off so far. Royal Caribbean's providing buses into the city, I think for $18. The other alternative is, I guess you can walk a ways and catch the local bus for €2. Well, the square before the entry to the old city. And it's going to be crowded today. 3 cruise ships are in. A lot of tourists meeting out here. I don't know, a well or something, or some type of fountain. That seems to be fairly important. The tour guides are stopping here. And even the city. Busy place. And this marble, it's all wet this morning. They had some rain yesterday, and I think they're going to get some more today. Boy, there's going to be some injuries here today. This stuff is slick. And with the demographic that's walking around here. These walkways off the main drag. I guess at one time they got carts up there, but now they're just paths. Looks like a massive brick. Let's go see what's inside of this guy. Beautiful. Little marina inside. This must have been the harbor of the walled city. Well, that's pretty much it. We'll head back and see that other big cathedral over there and call it good. The rector's palace. They must film Game of Thrones here. I've been seeing authorized merchandise and everything all around, so looks like a spectacular backdrop. We'll get back to the ship. I'll introduce you to my dinner mates for the cruise, and we're off to Corfu tomorrow. Oh, these are my dinner companions, Brita and Mark. Brita, how did you like your cruise? How's it been?
I loved it. All of the ports were really nice. We had amazing weather, including Dubrovnik, where we thought it was going to rain the whole day, but the weather was fantastic. So yeah, it's been really good.
Thank you. Mark?
It was a great cruise. We lucked out on the weather, and other than 7 days, 7 ports, they wore us out. It was great.
Okay. Well, appreciate it, guys. Thank you. And it's been great having you as dinner companions.
Thank you.
Okay. Day 5, we're in Corfu. A lot of cruise ships here. There's 4 that I see, and pretty big ones. Walked from just behind that Costa ship over to the port here. And got on the hop on and hop off bus. So €19. We'll see how this goes. I made the mistake of riding on the top deck of the hop on hop off bus, so the audio is totally unusable. So I'll just show you around and give you some of the highlights of Corfu. You had a couple options on the hop on hop off. The $19 loop took you basically around the seaside of the island. You could opt for a few euros more to take the loop that showed you the Achillean Palace. An Austria empress built that in mourning for her son, but that was under repair, and the recommendation was not to take it. So I opted for the cheaper option and just the tour of the island. Basically, that's what I did. I took a tour of the island and got off at the old town and then walked back to the ship. I got off the hop-on, hop-off bus. It was a quick tour around the island, look at the old forts, and then walk around Old Town. I think that's all other than the palace. That's undergoing some renovations. I think I'll just head on back to the ship after this. That's pretty impressive. The bus guide, or the speaker, said that this is one of the few islands that the Turks never were able to conquer. I can see why. That's a hell of a fortress. Well, sailing away from Corfu, headed for Messina, Sicily. That's where we'll be tomorrow. And that's day 6, and then we're in Naples, and then the last day, Civetta, or something similar. The other 3 cruise ships are still here. They had a busy day in Corfu today. Aboard the ship that evening, the entertainment was the ice show, and it was a pretty spectacular show. Day 6, Messina, Sicily. We're getting around this cruise. See some steeples and churches, and we'll wander around and get some film of those. We're landed right here in the downtown area, so no shuttle buses required. Just walk off and head out into the town. Very nice. Well, after making it through the gauntlet of taxi drivers and tour guides, they funneled us out right here in front of the city hall. Just gorgeous. Look at the landscaping around here. I don't know which church this is, but let's see what this says. Church of St. Nicholas of the Gentleman, 1757. They were on the cruise ship. They must have come over here. They must have a wedding to attend or get married. The whole plaza is beautiful. Wow, that was a climb. Well, what a view. Huh. Let's see which one this one is. Let's see if we can get over to that one. Let's try back around over there, I guess. That's a hike. Oh, let's see. Hopefully we find something with the name on it here. I don't know if we can get up to it or not. I just kind of walk around it, I guess. Well, you got to be in good shape to worship around here. Wow, everything's up on a hill. It's a heck of a bell. Quite the place. Back to the ship, where the night of entertainment begins with the Parade on Promenade. Morning of day 7, pulling into Naples. We have an excursion today. I booked through Shore Excursions group. Vacations to Go uses them. Try them out, and we're gonna head over to Herculaneum. Saw Pompeii the last time we were here, so I thought we'd try Herculaneum today. A few cruise ships in port. Celebrity, MSC. We've seen them at some of the other stops. Beautiful old building over there. Naples, big city. I'm assuming that's parts of the old wall. We'll head over that way since the tour has been canceled. It's right in the sun. Anyway, came out of the terminal and found out my tour bus ride to Herculaneum is canceled. So, oh boy, change of plans. I'll have to send Vacations to Go email and see if about getting my money back. But we'll go up here and see if we can find a little bakery and get some pastries and a coffee and call it good. Well, I tried to walk around this thing and I just keep running into roadblocks of construction and nothing but traffic. Well, you take your life in your hands trying to cross the street here. I think my adventure in Naples is done. Just head back to the ship. It's been fun. Not. So, lesson learned: if you're coming to Naples, book an excursion and book it with the ship. I got to go through a rigmarole now to try to get my money back. Lesson learned. Well, the traffic finally caught up to him. I don't know what that guy said to that police officer, but they're oh yeah, okay. And anyway, it would be a nice plaza if it was. Yeah, time to get back to the ship. It's over there. The Mediterranean cruise is over. Over tomorrow morning. We'll be leaving here shortly, Naples, and headed to Civitavecchia. I believe that's the way you say it. People will be getting off there and headed into Rome and headed to the airport. I think I'm just going to stay on the ship and get ready for the 13-day transatlantic, which will be fun. So stick around for that. We'll see you later.